Hello, everyone, and welcome to the session. The topic of today's session is digital marketing as an extension of marketing, facilitated by myself, Vani All, from Coventry University, and Gareth Healy, my co facilitator from Beyond Noise, beyond-noise.com.
Hello, everybody. I'm Gareth.
Good to have you, Gareth. It's really nice that you joined us.
Thanks, Vanny. No, it's great to be here.
So, about us, I am a digital marketing lecturer at Coventry University. I did my PhD in this subject and I started teaching at Coventry University since January 2019. Gareth, would you like to say something about yourself?
Sure. Yeah, I've been in the marketing services, marketing agency sector for 25 years now. I did a business studies degree, albeit with marketing, many years ago in the early 90s in Leicester. But then as my career, I went into marketing agencies. So I've worked in marketing agencies. I bought a marketing agency. I've sold a marketing agency, and now I work with agencies as a consultant, helping them grow their businesses.
Thank you, Gareth. So, as the topic says, digital marketing as an extension of marketing. So, if we look at this circle over here, traditional marketing, so this has actually evolved. In traditional marketing, it was just newspaper, billboard, TV adverts, flyers, etc. But with digital, internet, and World Wide Web, what has happened? New platforms like search engines, social media, for instance, Facebook, Twitter, etc. Mobile, for instance, your apps, the apps that you use, and website adverts, all the adverts that you see on the websites. So we see that traditional marketing has actually evolved into digital marketing powered by the platforms like search engines, mobile, social media, etc. And the learning objectives of today's session are understanding the transformation of 4Ps, that is product, price, place, promotion, how they have evolved in the digital world, identifying inbound, that is within the website, the digital marketing within the website, outbound, digital marketing outside on the third party platforms like social media, search engines, and digital marketing framework consisting of inbound, outbound, social media, and mobile. In addition to that, we will be also understanding the role and elements, the components of a digital marketing strategy. I hand over to Gareth now in order to explain to you marketing versus digital marketing, as well as transformation of 4Ps. Over to you, Gareth.
Thank you, Vanny. I think, have I got control of the screen now as well? Just let me check that. Maybe not. That's gone.
Really?
Bear with me. No, I've lost control of the.
Okay, I can navigate then.
You can navigate. Okay, sorry about that. I will crack on then. So what is marketing? Well, what a question. That's a question that's been kicking around for a long time, and there's lots and lots of different responses and answers. There's one here that marketing is meeting needs profitably, says Philip Kotler, who is, I think, now about 89 years old. He's written 80 books on marketing, so he should know. He was around at the time when I did my degree in the 90s. We were using his books then. So he's probably the grandfather of marketing, if nothing else, rather than the father. But meeting needs profitably, certainly can't disagree with the great man. But for me, marketing's always been about communication, really. It's always been about how we, as businesses, usually communicate with customers to get them to change or adapt their behavior in some way, usually to get them to buy our products. But ultimately, it's about communicating that we as a business have a solution to either a customer's problem or we can solve and meet their needs, wants, and desires in a way that's better than our competitors. So it's about communication, and that applies whether it's through traditional marketing channels, as Vanny described, such as TV and press and radio, or whether it's through digital marketing channels on online marketing activity. The next slide, Vanny, please. So what is digital marketing as part of that then? Well, of course, I mentioned I don't want to turn this into a history lesson, but when I did my degree in the 90s, it was all about traditional marketing. The words traditional marketing didn't really exist because that was marketing: TV, radio, press, billboards. We didn't have much digital opportunities. We were using computers at that time in the 90s. We weren't on chalk and slates. But we were just, the internet was fledgling, and nobody knew about that. So digital channels weren't around at that point. So digital marketing over my career, over my business career since graduating, I've seen over the last 25, 30 years, digital marketing activity come on stream and revolutionize our lives, not just marketing. So I've seen the evolution of that. Everybody here listening to this, I'm sure, has witnessed that as well, but has grown up with digital channels. So it's very, very different. But digital marketing is essentially using digital technology and channels such as the internet to market products and services. It's absolutely a subset, an extension of marketing, and it's opened up so many possibilities that, again, simply didn't exist when I started out in my career. It's something that occasionally frustrates me, that people think digital marketing is different to marketing in general. It's and even more so, I get a bit annoyed when people think it's the only thing. I work with a lot of digital agencies who don't really give much credence to any of the other marketing channels, TV or whatever it might be, and just focus on SEO as an example, which I think is a bit short-sighted, because I was watching the TV last night, and you can see this every day, that even pure play digital companies use traditional methods. So last night, my TV, terrestrial TV, ad breaks included TikTok, an ad for TikTok, including an ad for Just Eat, for Rightmove, and for Money Supermarket as well. So even these pure play digital companies that wouldn't exist without digital technology are still using traditional methods as well to market their businesses. Next slide, please. So digital, I've covered that. So digital marketing, absolutely a subset of marketing. It is just using digital platforms, technology to market products. So I just wanted to go on to now to the 4 Ps, and we use when I sort of did my degree, we were using the 4 Ps of the marketing mix. My daughter, who's 19 and at Manchester Met doing business studies, now tells me that there's 7 Ps, and there's rumours maybe there's either an 8th. So that's expanded. But for the purpose of today, we're just going to use the 4 Ps just to illustrate how product, price, place, and promotion, so the levers that we marketers use to help us communicate different products, features, and benefits, how they've changed and evolved a little bit, just to illustrate how that's gone from how it used to influence the more the physical world, when it was just bricks and mortar stores or the physical environment, to now how we use the 4 Ps in the virtual world and online in terms of websites and e-commerce, etc.
And just to add to Gareth's point over here, 4 Ps have transformed to 4 Es. Just like Gareth was saying, that communication, so you can communicate with the customers anywhere. So product has been transformed into experience. Now we don't really buy products from the website, but the websites that provide best experience to us, we visit those websites. The reason for this is, why do we use Google over Bing? But because it provides better user experience. Price, it simply means, again, it has converted into exchange, which means the price has become dynamic, because these companies can update their prices even within a span of few seconds, and we only exchange the price and product at that point, which is profitable for both of us. And place, it has become everywhere. You conduct transactions, or you browse web on your mobile, on your internet, or on your computer, on your desktop, on your laptop, etc. And no matter whether if you are on the beach, in your office, etc., the place has become everywhere. You browse this internet everywhere. And promotion, again, has turned into product reviews. Now when you have to buy a product, you don't not only refer to these company websites, but your first point of reference is the customer reviews. that have been published on websites like Amazon. I just thought of adding it to from 4Ps to 4Es. Over to you, Gareth. Shall I do next slide?
Thank you. Next slide, please. Yeah. So just to take in each of the 4Ps in turn, just quickly to review them in terms of how things have changed. So the first one, product, of course, used to be about just physical products and how that could be adapted. Now products have been digitized. So books have become ebooks. What used to be printed tickets have now become e-tickets. So we've digitized products, and in many cases, the physical form of those things, in some cases, books as a great example, it still remains, but we also have a digital version. We've adapted products. So we've created online courses and online learning, which again used to be just physical, take place physically in a room at a live event. And well, we've created products, digital products that just simply didn't exist. So apps is a great example, or aggregator companies like Money Supermarket, which are obviously online and aggregate all the different insurance or whatever it might be products. Didn't exist as a physical world. You might have had insurance brokers, but you didn't have that aggregator product. So digital has changed the product, but it has absolutely changed how we market products as well. So we can buy physical books online, of course, through Amazon or wherever, but we can also now, we don't have to wait for it even to be delivered. Even if it's next day, we can also buy or download the ebook, the Kindle version, and start reading the book straight away, even if we've not got the physical book delivered. And we can use marketing techniques to digital marketing techniques to help us influence how people buy products. So again, just to take books as an example, we might offer our customers a free chapter to download of a book in order to get them to start reading before they then make the decision to buy our book and buy the full book itself. And similarly on courses, we can use on demand and courses. We can market those in a very different way as well. So we can offer courses much cheaper than we did, because we can record as we're doing here and sell them as if we were a business, and sell them to lots of different people potentially a cheaper rate. So products massively change through digital marketing. There's also, if you could just flip to the next slide, Vanny, but there is also differences. We can buy virtually practically anything online now can be purchased, but some products, of course, and some services are more suitable than others. So most products have sort of non-digital attributes like smell or taste or freshness or fit, the fit of clothing, for example. It doesn't mean to say that they can't be bought online, but those non-digital attributes do have an influence. So if you're particularly obsessed, interested, you think the freshness of your fruit and vegetables is important, you can order them online and get them delivered, but equally you can't see the freshness, or you can't view the freshness of those products until they actually arrive. So you might, in that case, if you're of that mind, prefer to shop at a physical shop in order to judge the freshness of the fruit or the smell of the flowers or the freshness of the flowers. Some people prefer to shop physically so that they can try on the clothes immediately. Other people, my daughter included, are happy to have lots and lots of different clothes delivered and send back the ones they don't fit or they don't like. So it does depend on your own personal preference. But there are some non-digital attributes, but there are lots of digital attributes. You can, if you're buying products online, of course, you can specify very easily the color, the size, the weight of products as well. And retailers in particular go to great lengths to try to remove some of the barriers of purchasing online, if they do exist. So the ability to send clothes back, as an example, is something that retailers have put in place to sort of break down those barriers. And they're using things like VR, virtual reality technology, to help people experience some of the things, certainly visually. I don't think it's perhaps not extended to smell just yet, but I'm sure that'll come as well, so that you can experience stuff online, even if you're not physically in that environment. The next slide, please.
There we are.
Thank you. So second P in the mix, of course, is price, and a fundamental part of the marketing mix, with the price always a key driver in purchases in any sort of commerce, online or offline. And digital channels, of course, have really revolutionized how we can price, or certainly market, the price of our goods and services. And with digital marketing, we've made it, we can make it very easily to compare prices of products. So imagine a world where you wanted to buy a certain pair of trainers, and if you wanted to see whether they were cheaper elsewhere, you had to visit each individual retailer physically on the high street to see whether you could get them at a cheaper price. That was my reality when I was growing up. But of course, that doesn't have to happen now. You can check prices with the click of a button. You can check them while you're in one store on your mobile to check the price in another rival store, literally whilst you stood in front of them. Or you can use a price comparison website, either on when you're on the street on your phone, or even before you go out to buy on the desktop. You can use Price Runner or whatever it might be to check the prices of products to make sure you're getting the best deal. So digital marketing massively improved how we can, or how customers certainly can, check prices and find their best deal. But it also gives retailers or businesses the opportunity to be much more innovative with their pricing as well. So they can be they can be flexible with the pricing. They can change their pricing at the click of a button, depending on stock levels that they have, if they have too much stock, or depending on the weather. If the weather turns, they might want to reduce the prices of those barbecues that they have in the warehouse. Or if they have, overcapacity, they have lots of seats left over in a theatre, for example, they might decide to reduce the price or increase it if there's too much demand. So gives us, on digital marketing, gives us the opportunity to really sort of use price as much more of a lever. Again, in previous traditional world, changing prices in retailers was a very difficult thing to do. Now we can do it at the sort of click of a button, and change it back at the click of a button as well, if that's what's required.
Thank you, Gareth.
So we want to the next one, if we could. And the next one, place, perhaps digital has influenced this more than any of the other P's, of course, because we're no longer restricted to physical locations with digital technology and digital marketing. That's probably experienced that geography is no longer the barrier that it once was. If we order products online from Amazon, we're not worried about where they come from. We know they come from some sort of Amazon warehouse, probably somewhere, but where it is, we're not worried. What we're worried about, convenience is king. Convenience is we know that we can get the product tomorrow, or even in some cases the same day, from Amazon. And that's the real sort of lever that they have, and the ability to deliver products quickly to our homes without us even having to go and sort of spend the time in shops is an amazing, revolutionary thing. So from a digital marketing point of view, it presents us with lots of opportunities, because we can sell to the world very easily from either our business premises or from our homes. But it does present some challenges as well, I think, because it also means that what was once quite defined as a place, as a market, with choice and expanded choice can be a great thing, but it also can bring a lack of clarity and of course more competition. So in years gone by, if I was wanting to sell wine, for the sake of argument, in Coventry, I would know where my market was. Probably I would say it was within deliverable distance in and around Coventry. That's where I'm serving, that's where my market is, that's where my customers are. Whereas now, of course, if I'm in Coventry, I'm selling wine, I can sell it to Coventry people, but I can also sell it globally if I wanted to. And I'm faced with not just other people in Coventry selling wine, I'm also competing with lots of other online businesses and lots of other even national and international businesses that might want to sell wine direct to my customers as well in Coventry as well. So it's a revolutionized, but it's what can be a massive opportunity can also be a challenge in some instances. And then finally, of the 4 Ps, promotion and marketing and advertising our products. I started my career in a sales promotions agency. It was an agency particularly that focused on offers and promoting products. So we used to do on-pack offers on packaging of products, which still exists, probably not as prevalent as they are now, but things like on cereal packets, etc., and events and competitions. And the tools that we had at our disposal at that point in the sort of mid to late 90s were still around today and still used today, but they've been supercharged by digital marketing and digital technology. So we have far more opportunities now to market and promote our products online using social media platforms, using Google, using advertising, using affiliate marketing techniques, using influencers online to help us promote our products. We have far more opportunities to use digital technology to help us promote products, whatever our products are. And we've got more of an opportunity to target our customers because we know where they are online. So it's much more of a focused, targeted approach, and much more of the ability to track and measure what we're doing. So back in the good old days of working on pack promotions, we knew products had been taken off shelves, but who'd bought them, why they'd bought them, had they bought them solely for our competition on the pack or not. We didn't know. Whereas now with online promotions and digital promotions, we can see through cookies and all the rest of it, we can track to lesser and greater degrees exactly what activities taken place and who has even taken part in our promotion. And we've got the ability to personalize the communication, of course, so to be able to target people that we know are interested in our area of products that we're selling, and we know we're the right age range or they're the right in the right area. We can personalize and target people in our audiences far easier than I could and we could back in the days of traditional marketing. So a massive opportunity opened up through digital marketing and digital technology in terms of promotion.
Next slide.
Next slide, please. Yeah, what's next?
So you want to check students' knowledge over here, so they can refer this when they go through the slides in their own time.
Yeah, so when we're going to the slides in their own time, there's just a bit of a test there on product understanding. So as a sort of case study, if we need to help Bob, who's looking to buy Christmas trees online, just answering some of the questions there. What are the sort of non-digital attributes of the product that Bob can specify? Where would he look at buying online, and how would he look at getting the best possible deal? So what sort of the question is there, just to answer in terms of buying Christmas trees online from Amazon or whatever retailers. There's a case study there.
So shall we?